this video is going to be all about my experience working as an au pair in France. For those of you who don't know what an au pair is, it's someone who goes and lives in another country. You can do it for 3 months, 6 months, or a year, and you live with a host family. And you have to take care of the kids and help out with little things around the house in exchange for a place to live, and you get a weekly or monthly salary. And yeah, it's a really great experience, and I definitely recommend, if traveling is something that you want to do this, because it was a great experience. So for me personally, I left in May 2012, and I traveled to France, about an hour south of Paris, to live with a family of 4. The mom and dad were awesome. They were so cool. The mom actually went to school in the US for a little bit, so her English was really good, and the dad was awesome, and their daughters were so great. They were ages 5 and 8. The only hard thing was that when I went over there, I didn't speak any French at all, and they didn't speak any English, so that was a little bit difficult. But the reason I chose that family was just because out of all the families I talked to, they were the nicest and seemed like the best fit for me. So I originally wasn't planning on even learning another language, but it just worked out that way. So anyway, it was great. I was there for a year. Basically every day, my responsibilities were, I would get up, help out with the girls' breakfast, take them to school, pick them up from school, help out with dinner and getting them ready for bed. And I babysit all the time, and I do nannying, so this was really a good thing for me to take that a step even further by nannying and babysitting in another country where the kids don't even speak my native language. So that was definitely a challenge, but it was great. I lived right near a train station, so I could just take a train to Paris whenever I wanted to. And like I said, you get paid every week, so that was really good. That's how I was able to go do things I wanted to do. But it was awesome. I met so many cool new people. I was able to learn another language. I'm still not, I wouldn't say I'm fluent in it, but because the grammar was pretty hard, but I definitely, can understand it for the most part and speak it, and I can get my point across and understand most what people are saying. So that was good, and I plan on continuing that and learning more French. But anyway, if we rewind a little bit to before I even went, the way that this all happened was I went onto a website called, I think, aupairfinder.com or findaupair.com, something like that. There's 1,000 different websites for being an au pair. But anyway, I went on one of them, I joined it, and it's pretty much just like Facebook. You create a profile, you put up some pictures, as many as you want, or just one. You say a little bit about yourself and what countries you're interested in, and you answer some questions. And then families that are looking for an au pair, they can contact you, or you can reach out to families and contact them. So it was really cool. I was interested in going anywhere. I'd never been to Europe before. I'd never even left the US before. So I was pretty open-minded about it. I talked to a family from England. I talked to some people from China were contacting me. But like I said, this family just worked out the best for me. So if you choose to, go on a website to try to be an au pair, be really careful, because there can be a lot of scams out there. I actually encountered one. I was talking to a family that said they were living in London, and it sounded like such a great thing. They had pictures, and just to see if it was legit, I even searched the mom's name on Facebook, and she had a Facebook with pictures, and I was like, okay, this seems pretty legit, but I wanted to talk to her on the phone to make sure everything was okay. And when I talked to her on the phone, the voice sounded really, really weird. It didn't sound like a British accent. It I can't even explain how it sounded. It was so strange. I could barely even understand it. And I was like, okay, that does not look like the woman from the pictures. and I like typed the phone number that she called me from into Google, and it ended up being someone from Nigeria. So just saying, be careful if you want to do it on your own. I know that there's also au pair agencies all across the US where you can go and they pretty much handle all that for you. So they can set you up with a family. So if that's the route you want to take, that's a really good way to do it. My mom actually used to work for an agency like that, so that's totally a good way to do it. But basically, if you want to go travel and you want to get paid and you want to like live another life for a year pretty much, this is a great way to do it. I would totally recommend it. If you have any other questions, please comment below and ask me. I know that it's different for every country you go to. I think in France the minimum was like you have to get 80 euros a week, so that's what I got. And it was fine. I was able to get by, do stuff I wanted to do. Sometimes it was hard because like here in the US I work 2 different jobs, so I make a lot more than I was making over there. So that was a little bit of a struggle, but the food was amazing. The culture was really cool to get to experience. And yeah, that totally changed who I am as a person. It really made me realize what I want to do in life, and it was really great to be able to just like step away from my normal life and get to just be a new person, live in a new country, and nobody there knew me. I didn't know anybody, so it was just a really cool way to live. I did it for a year, so, well, I guess 11 months. So I left in May 2012 and I got back the end of April 2013. And I'm not gonna lie, some days it was hard. Some days were really long, you know, kind of boring sometimes. Some days I was just like in the mood to be at my house in my own bed. But that was only sometimes. The rest of the time, it was just great. Like where I was living in France, we were in a region that had a bunch of castles and stuff. So like literally I could just look out my window and see a castle, which was so cool. And here at my house now, it's like look out the window, see some other houses, like people walking the dog down the street. I definitely don't see a castle, so that was cool. And being so close to Paris was also really, really awesome. So everybody always asks me, do I think I would ever do that again? And no, you know, for me that was my 1 year to get out and do that. Now that I'm back, I'm totally ready to move forward with my life in the US and start, you know, I'm gonna go to school and work toward my career, but I would recommend it to anybody who, you know, if you've gone to school and now you just like want a break in between school and getting a job, you should do it. Or like what I did is I went in between high school and college. So yeah, like I said, ask me any other questions if you have any. And yeah, I'll be, you know, you can message me or write it in a comment and I will respond to any of your questions. So thanks so much for watching. Bye.